I'm going to do the right. I'm going to have x plus 2y equals 6. X plus 2y equals 8. I'm not doing elimination. All I want to do, I'm graphing under the review.
2 over 1.
So I'm going to subtract x.
What?
2y equals 6 minus x. Divide everything by 2.
What?
Okay.
Y equals 3 minus 1/2 x.
So it'll be 1/2 x minus 3.
Negative 1/2 x plus 3. All I'm doing is graphing two lines and finding out where they cross. I'm going to write this one over here just so I can have more room.
Oh, okay. This is, what method we use to solve? Elimination. And substitute. Elimination.
Does anybody notice anything about these two equations?
Good Lord, there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, let me see.
They both start on, which one is it?
Okay.
So this is the one on the top of the paper to the right.
I'm doing it.
What do we notice about those two equations?
Oh, you did both of them?
I did both of them.
Both of them is y equals negative 1 over 2.
They have the same slope.
Yeah, the same slope.
What happens when they have the same slope?
They're parallel?
Yes, ma'am.
Call the police, I got it.
Yeah, you did. Alright, so this one, b equals 3, m equals negative 1 over 2. This one, b equals 4, m equals negative 1 over 2. So I'm going to start from my 4. So this one right here. I'm going to go down 1, to the right 2. Now if I start from my 3, down 1, to the right 2.
Okay. You said positive 3. Go down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 1, 2. Right here. They're parallel. Okay.
Alright, so I was given two equations in standard form. I'm walking through it right now. I was given two equations in standard form. I had to change each equation into slope-intercept form, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is slope-intercept form.
So why we didn't get one and plug it in? Why we didn't use that and plug it in?
Am I doing elimination or substitution, or am I just graphing a line?
I don't know, that's what I'm asking.
That's why I said earlier it's important to read the instructions, and then I said that the instructions say to just graph the line. So at the top of the paper, it says specifically, solve each system by graphing.
Oh, shoot.
Alright? I subtracted x from both sides. I came up with 2y equals 6 minus x. I divided each by 2. My first ones cancel out. I've got 6 divided by 2 minus 1x divided by 2, which gives me 3 minus 1/2 x. I put it in a slope-intercept form, which remember y equals mx plus b. Alright. I did the same thing here. I subtracted x from both sides. Then I came up with 2y equals 8 minus x. Divide by 2 all the way through. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Negative 1/2 x. I put it into my slope-intercept form. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4.
Why mine's going the opposite direction?
I don't know. Why?
I don't know.
Did you flip your slopes? Did you go down 1 to the right 2?
It's going, they going this way.
Yours goes negative both ways. You went down and to the left.
Okay.
So negative 1/2 means one of them's negative and one of them's not.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you did.
Okay, wait a minute, I gotta write down this other thing.
Looks like that's gonna be where I get wrong at.
That's why I always write down my slopes. Alright, every time you see me write down something like this, it's because I'm giving myself the option, and then I go back and say, okay, I'm going to use down 1 over 2. That's the one I'm going to use. So I start at my B, I go down 1 over 2.
Okay.
I do not just write this down because it looks nice. I write this down to encourage you guys to do it as well. Because the more information that you can write down for yourself, the more likely you are to do well on the test. Alright? I write minus x so that I make sure that it's minus x over here. A lot of people just put x. And I've seen a lot of people forget when they come over here what they're doing. Because they're going too fast, just because they might have forgotten, all kinds of different excuses. But if I write down minus x, and then I come down here and do some kind of crazy number like a decimal, and I don't think I'm supposed to have a decimal, I can go back and go, okay, did I subtract from both sides? Yes. Did I do this? Yes. Did I do this? No. Okay, that's where I messed up. I got to go back and fix that. Instead of having to erase everything, I can go back and walk myself through it and say, this is where I made my mistake. If I skip steps, that's when I'm going to have to go back and just erase everything. The more I can write down, the better it is for me. And I'm the one doing the equation. So just like earlier when I was doing that one and Devlin said, oh, I went the wrong way. Well, I hadn't circled it yet, and that was my own fault. I skipped one of my own steps. I went over, I circled it, I fixed it.
Okay, so I go to negative 1, up to, about me.
Start at 4,
Start at 4,
down 1,
1,
positive 2. 1,
1,
2. Yes.
So they are arrows, parallel arrows.
Yes.
Okay.
If they're still going parallel, then you have the right idea. But the point of this, like the reason I write down both of these, is so that I can go back and check. Because if I see that they're both negative 1/2, I know they're parallel lines. Done.
Okay.
But when it comes to graphing, because now they're never going to cross, right? So I'm not going to have a solution. So I'm actually going to write no solution.
Alright.
So these were my starter equations up here. That top right-hand column.
Now what you do?
These are in standard form. I want to put them into slope-intercept form. So I want it to look like this. See, these are my starter equations. That was the first one I did. It should have been negative 2, 4. Yeah, they were showing it. That's all. You're just on the wrong one.
So what are you about to do for me? If you stand out there, why are you in my bag?
I'm just